I'm Ashley Rideaux, and I'm a yoga instructor. I actually am a teacher trainer for YogaWorks, and I teach at so many of their locations. So I'm at Westlake Village, I'm at Valencia, Center for Yoga on Larchmont, and Tarzana. I teach all different levels of yoga. So I teach everything from beginners to therapeutic yoga, to advanced vinyasa flow. I work with patients with neurological disorders as well, mainly seniors that are dealing with the early stages of dementia or Parkinson's. And then I do a little bit of work also with students with eating disorders. I've been teaching since 2007. But practicing since about 98. So I'm turned 31 this past year, and I've been practicing since I was about 17, so almost half my life now. I'm so thrilled to be a part of the Ahimsa Festival. I was initially inspired by Julie, who is amazingly organizing this event, as I understand it, out of a project from the 300-hour program. And Ahimsa, this idea of nonviolence is a way that I seek to live in my day-to-day life. And it's a lot of what I bring to my teaching. Because this idea of nonviolence, we often think about it as not harming others or harming things, and a lot of us miss the idea of treating ourselves well. So we have all the patience in the world for those around us and very little for ourselves. So when I heard about the festival, I loved the idea because it's not only putting the word out there and letting people understand what it is, but also giving people tools to try to be better to themselves and those around them. I was inspired to yoga, I guess, even before I knew what it was. I've always been a person that's been very in my body, and I love creating, be it, physically or artistically. And I grew up all over the world, so I moved about every 2 years growing up. And when I was first introduced to yoga, it was in college. I was studying theater, and I had a movement teacher that would start every class with sun salutes. And I remember the first time that I walked into an actual yoga class, I thought, how does this person know Bill's warm-up sequence? And I found that for me, having, spent this entire life in transit, that yoga helped me find a little bit of home, a little peace and grounding wherever I was. And so I ended up doing a teacher training, and I think initially when I started the teacher training, I was thinking of it just for the purpose of deepening my practice. And I found it so amazing that I realized I couldn't not share this with other people. So that's, I guess, kind of how I found my path there. Through the peace I found with it, I wanted to give that to others. I studied at YogaWorks. Well, initially I started in the gym, I think like most people do. And one of my first teachers that I feel like I really got it with was actually in Wisconsin. I was there doing a show, and there was this little yoga studio in a barn that had a glass side. The other side of it was glass, and it was in the middle of this field of wildflowers, like ridiculously picturesque. And there were never any more than I think 4 of us in the classroom. And it was the first time where someone was like really adjusting me and starting to bring in a little bit of the philosophy with the work, where something sort of clicked. And so that was, I feel like, my first true understanding of the power of yoga. And then several years after that, when I moved to Los Angeles, I found YogaWorks, and I started there as a work exchange to get classes for free, and at some point I worked at the desk, and then through training, and now I'm teaching teachers to be teachers, so they're stuck with me now.